Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight, it is the DirtFan.com Super Late Model National Series season opening. Well, you guessed it, we're still here at the USA International Speedway. Good evening, Brett Wheeler, joined alongside Jesse Pate. Jesse, welcome back to Ultimate Dirt TV, and welcome back, and welcome to the Super Late Model National Series.
Absolutely, thank you. I am so happy to be here today. Been looking forward to this event all night. We just had a really great race with the Pro Late models, and getting ready to watch these guys get out here in these supers and sling some mud.
Alright, Blake Majulis on screen, the 127, third quick at the moment. Mario Perez in caliber 71. They are all trying to beat Tyler Ducharme in caliber 9 for Slick Sim Sports with a 21.435. Hello Patricia, and welcome everybody in to the Facebook and YouTube side of things. Here we go, Mario Perez. These drivers, they only get one lap, so one shot, and it's kind of like Eminem. 19th quick at the moment for Mario Perez. 14th quick for Daniel Passport. Devin Morgan jumps to position at number 4 with a 21.502. Zach McSwain in caliber 25 will be the 31st car to take a lap time. He goes second quick. Garrett Niebregi. Looking at Evan C. Robert Tucker in caliber 12 for MDM, Million Dollar Motorsports, in that World of Thunder number 12 machine. We'll see where Robert Tucker can go. 33rd car to lay down the lap time. And his time is... waiting on this timing and scoring to come through. Looks like it's no time. Maybe had contact with a wall, so he'll circulate again. But looks like he's going to have to do it the hard way, Jesse. He's going to have to start from the back of the bus.
Yeah, tough break for Tucker in his number 12. Catching what happened to him in his qualifying session. Interesting note, our top two cars on the grid have the exact same qualifying time. We are looking at a 21.435. No, I'm so mistaken. That is a 4.35 and then a 4.53. So shout out to Ferrari, but that is not the same time. I'm sorry, I'm mistaken. Very close in the top, really the top four runners still in the 21.4s here. So looking competitive. Looking forward to a good event.
32 cars, I think it was, and we are going to have 3 heat races as we go down trackside. Heat race number 1, let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Starting on pole, the opening heat of the DirtFan.com National Super Late Models Series in caliber 9 for Slick Sim Sports. It is Tyler Ducharme. On his outside in caliber 84, Clay Devon lined up out of position number 2. Position number 3, driving caliber 17, that'll be Aaron Kitchen. On his outside for TeamVLR.com in caliber 33, Evan C. will start position number 4. Lining up out of position number 5, driving the 04, it is Huey Quillen. And out of position number 6 in caliber 19 and for TeamVLR.com, it's Garrett Niebregi. Eric Scow for MDM Motorsports in car 26 will start position number 7. At a position number 8, it's going to be John Alatic in car number 60. Then we go back to Dalton Cloyd, who lines up at a position number 9. James Grace to start position number 10. And Tanner Folds will start position number 11. Jesse, who finishes third in this one?
Who finishes third? So looking at the timings from our last session out, Aaron Kitchens got a good half second on his next lowest competitor, Evan Say. I think that he's going to be able to hold on to what he's got for this run. Evan C, thank you. Absolutely, thank you. I think he's going to be able to hold on to that 13 car to the number 3 spot. I think he's going to have a clean race here, but a clean heat and move on in that transfer spot. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. What do you think?
I think Evan C is going to finish third. This is going to be a very, very tough race. The drivers getting the 1 to go signal from race control and also the iRacing.com pace track as the lights do turn off. Tyler Ducharme to start on pole of the first heat race of the night in the first round of the DirtFan.com Super Late Model National Series. This is the invite-only league, top 15 from the mini shootout series which we had over the past couple of weeks. And then, of course, those invited drivers to make up a 32-car field. I'm pretty sure it was a 32-car field here tonight. Keep an eye on Clay Devon starting on the outside of the front row. Evan C is going to be quick. Keep an eye on Garrett Niebregi. And how far can some of these guys go from the back of the bus? We are green flag racing here at USA. Our Super Late Models are underway as Tyler Ducharme will lead us down into turn number 1 and 2. We go. Up on the inside, Aaron Kitchen moves into position number 2. Evan C. Up to position 3, Garrett Niebregi. Clay Devon has gone back to 4th. Niebregi had some issues there at the back through turn number 1 and 2, but Kitchen holding on to 2nd. Evan C. in that 3rd and final transfer spot.
Yeah, as we move into turn 1 and 2 for the second time here at USA International, we've got the number 4 of car Huey Quillen checking out the bottom line, looking for something to work with. It seems like he can pull something out here on the 84 of that would be Clay Devon in the 84 car running P4 right now. A lot of drivers feeling out the track, getting used to the car. We just had a long practice session, so I'm sure these guys are enjoying it out here. He's a green flag runs for the first time in the Season 9 opener for the National Series.
All right, now Evan C starting to close in up on Aaron Kitchen. Down into turn number 1 and 2 we go. Right on the top side of the racetrack. Tyler Ducharme leads by a second over Aaron Kitchen in that 17 machine. A former seasoned champion here in the World of Thunder Racing League. I think going back from memory, I think it was a Season 2 champion in the number 17 for the Super Late Model Series. Here goes Evan C trying to dive it down low, and he just caught a piece of that grass going down into turn number 1, and he had to pull that 33 up, otherwise it could have been disastrous into turn 1 and 2. But here comes Clay Devon in that number 84 machine for D1RT, closing in on Evan C for 3rd. So a 3-car battle for 2nd, 3rd and 4th, and there's a couple of car lengths between the 3 of them.
Absolutely. As he takes that wide line around, he is going to come out onto that back straight and front straight with a little bit more speed, and he'll get a closing gap going, and maybe start looking at the inside line, looking to throw a slider, get up in front of somebody. We definitely want these drivers to be throwing clean moves, but we do want them to be throwing moves, give us some good entertaining racing to tune in today. Watching the battle right now myself, shaping up between John Altick and Huey Quillen back here racing for P5, and looks like they've been running tandem here for a minute, and Dalton Coyd also trying to get up in there involved in that scuffle.
All right, white flag is out for heat race number 1, the DirtFan.com Super Late Model National Series presented by World of Thunder. Your season opener here at USA for Slick Sim Sports, driving car number 9, Tyler Ducharme. Going to make his way up for turn number 4. He will be victorious here tonight. Aaron Kitchen will come home 2nd. Evan C will round out the top 3. Those 3 drivers going to the main event. Clay Devon, John Altick, Huey Quillen, Dalton Cloyd, James Grace, Eric Scow, Tanner Foles, and Garrett Niebregi to make up your 11 cars in heat race number 1. We'll go trackside right now. Heat race number 2. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid.
All right, I've got the number 25 of Zach McSwain starting off the grid, and behind him we'll have Devin Morgan in the 112 rather. The second row will be Davin Cardwell in the 07 car, and the number 2 of Dylan Hauser on the second row as well. Gavin Collins and Robert Tucker pulling off the third row, and Stephen Spies and Chris Fisher in the fourth row. The 54 of Mitch Stiles and the 13 of Brent Fisher pulling off the final row, and I'm seeing Brett Rowell's listed as gray on my timing. I'm not sure what that means. Tell me, did that sound correct? Was that good? Is that what we got? Yep. All right. Good noise. Absolutely. Copy.
So 10 cars. Heat race number 2. Who do you like? Who do you think's going to finish second in this one, Jesse?
Oh, let's look at our timing real quick. We'll do a little bit of analysis and get an educated guess. Um, oh man, all my timing is coming up with the pacing lap now. Who have we seen run tonight? We've seen Cardwell run pretty well tonight, right? He's had a good night so far, so I don't want to bet on the P3 again. Who else in here is looking good today? Who looks good for him for this? I'm liking I'm liking Hubert. I'm just calling him like I see him. I haven't gotten to meet a lot of these guys that run this series. I'm still a pretty fresh face in the community, so I'm just watching how people posture and
watch the two-car Dylan Hauser then.
Yeah, we're gonna watch the 2-car as they come to green here on Heat 2 of the National Invitational Super Late Models. Really deep into turn 1 goes the 07 of a driver, Davin Cardwell. Shuffling back into third. See Hauser taking it around the outside, taking it to the 7 of Cardwell there, making a little bit of contact, but all good, all clean, no harm, no foul. He's looking like he's able to hold it up on that high line and get some momentum coming off into the back stretch, so he's going to secure that position up in front of Cardwell here as we come back into the front stretch.
Right now, McSwain is your race leader over Devin Morgan in second. Dylan Hauser quickly made his way into position number 3 and coming after Devin Morgan into 1 and 2. Morgan got a little tight there through the centre of 1 and 2. Davin Cardwell rides in fourth, then you go back to Gavin Collins, Stephen Spees, Robert Tucker, Chris Fisher, Brent Fair, and Mitch Stiles to round out this 10-car field. Heat race number 2 of the DirtFan.com Super Late Model, the National Series Invite-Only League, and the drivers that finish top 2 from the B Series are invited to race tonight's Invitational Series. Down into 3 and 4, McSwain continues to lead. We're watching Devin Morgan on screen as you've just seen the black and blue Slick Sim Sports number 2 machine of Dylan Hauser really starting to make some noise as he tries to get around Devin Morgan into turn number 1 and 2. Still a couple of car lengths off from that one. 4 down, 4 to go, Jesse.
Yeah, I've been keeping an eye real close on Hauser here. He's got a wider line than Morgan going out, especially out of turn 3 and 4. The question is, can he get that closing speed and can he put his car in the right spot to get up under there and make the pass happen? It looks like Morgan right now is looking at his options to do the same thing up to Zach McSwain out of first place, and Hauser bumping the wall there and giving up what he's got on track. Now he's getting challenged from behind by the 55 of Stephen Spies. Excuse me 1 minute.
All right, Hauser trying to hold off a challenge here from Stephen Speeds. They go down into turn number 1 and 2. We'll have a lap and a half to go down the back straight away. It's still Zach McSwain to lead from Devin Morgan. Dylan Hauser still riding in that 3rd spot. The Down Under Graphics Slick Sim Sports number 2 machine in that 3rd and final transfer spot. Here comes Speeds peeking to the inside on Hauser. Through turn number 1 and 2, we go down the back straight away for the final time. And into turn number 3, out of turn number 4, Zach McSwain going to be victorious in heat race number 2. Second will go to Devin Morgan. Dylan Hauser will hold on to 3rd. 4th home it's going to be Stephen Speeds. Then you go back to Gavin Collins, Davin Cardwell, Brent Fair, Mitch Stiles, Robert Tucker, and Chris Fisher, to come home in position number 10. And just like that, 2 heat races completed. We move into our final heat race of the night. Let's go trackside to take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for heat race number 3 here at the DirtFan.com Super Late Model National Series. I almost said Super Late Model Mini Shootout Series. Tanner Tomasi, Caliber 09, will start on pole. On his outside, he is the defending World of Outlaws iRacing Late Model World Champion for Swindell Speed Lab. Driving car number 127, Blake Majulis. Inside your second row, out of position number 3, driving car number 15, Ryan Flatten. He will start alongside the 74 of Blake Brown, out of position number 4. Out of position number 5, in car number 331, Dustin Hall starts position 5, and out of position 6, car number 8 of Daniel Passmore. We go back to our 4th row inside, position 7, car 79 of Blake Murray, on his outside the 71 of Mario Perez. Daniel Powell in car number 32 will line up at a position number 9, the 45B of Barry Sorensen out of position 10. And William Duval, car number 32, will start position number 11. Jesse, if I asked who finishes 3rd, 2nd, I'm not going to go first. I'm going to throw another curveball at you. I'm going to go who finishes 4th.
Who finishes 4th? Who's starting 4th? We got Blake Brown starting 4th. I think that something's going to happen up front. Somebody's going to get shuffled around, and I think that everybody from P4 back is going to move up one spot. That's what I predict in this. We've got some really fast guys up front. They're going to get a little feisty, and I think that we can expect maybe something. Maybe somebody will end up facing the wrong direction this time around. Hopefully not, but I'm going to put my hat into the ring and say, yeah, we're going to see. I think we're going to see a good performance out of Dustin Hall here. I think he's our. Yep. And here we go, getting ready to take the green for Heat 2. We're for the Super Late Models National Series here on Ultimate Dirt TV and dirtfan.com. And here we go, taking the green. And Blake Majulis coming in to P2. Slotting in right behind the 09 of Tomasi. Tomasi and Blake very close coming down the back stretch. Tomasi's going to take the high line. Majulis looking to throw a slider. Looks pretty effective. And then we have Flatten also putting his hot hat in the ring up here in these top 3 positions. The 9 of Tomasi getting into the wall there in turn 1, losing a little bit of time. And now it looks like we're going to have Flatten and Majulis going tandem into turn 3. Who is going to come out on top? Somebody is going to come out with that high line in their hand, and it looks like it might be Flatten. No, they're going to come back into the front straight tandem. Here we go again. That solid black car of Flatten taking it to Majulis, trying to get that first position away from him. Here he goes, slotting back in. Looks like Flatten's going to take his spot for now, maybe bring it back to him here once he collects himself and gets some more speed going. What do you think?
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on Flatten to see if we can get back by Blake Majulis. Yes, Terry, your text is working. We can see that. But right now, Majulis and Flatten side by side. It's Majulis to get a run on the top side of the racetrack. Flatten was very good in the Super Late Model Mini Shootout Series. We'll see, he picked up a win at the Lernerville Speedway, the opening race of that Mini Shootout Series. We'll see if he can get by the current world champion for iRacing in the Super Late Models, Blake Majulis for Swindell Speed Lab. It's been a bit quiet over the past couple of months, I must say that, but I tell you what, he's right back at it, right here, right in the thick of things, up in front of this field. 5 down, 3 to run for Blake Majulis, and Flatten is closing in on him once again down into turn number 1 and 2.
That's right. Yeah, it looks like Flatten's starting to find something down here on the bottom of the racetrack. He's really taking it to Blake here as he pulls out in front. We've got Flatten leading him into turn 3, coming around, taking the flag for lap 7. We got 2 more to run around here, and we've got a really strong race shaping up here at the sharp end of the grid. Blake looking for the lower line, not going to be able to find it, and he's going to lose some speed, and I think Flatten's going to be able to pull away, and I think Blake might be fighting for a P3 here if he's not careful.
Yeah, well, they go into 3 and 4 here for the penultimate time. Majulis did try the bottom in 1 and 2, but Flatten was already there. They'll get the white flag here in heat race number 3, the dirtfan.com season opener for the National Series, and Ryan Flatten looking to stamp his authority on this race. And right now, he's just got 2 more turns to go to start P3 in tonight's A-Main. Into 3 and 4. It is Ryan Flatten victorious here in heat race number 3. He beats home Blake Majulis, Tina Tomasi home in 3rd. Then we go back to Blake Brown in 4th, Dustin Hall in 5th, Mario Perez, Daniel Powell, Blake Murray, William Duval, Barry Sorensen, and Daniel Passmore home in position number 8. But boy, oh boy, the 15 Ryan Flatton. He is here.
Flatton must be very proud of that run.
He means business. As we move into our B main, let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for this B main.
All right, and for our starting grid, that will be the number 84 of Clay Debin starting us off in P1. Blake Brown in the 74 in P2. The second row, Gavin Collins in the 713 and Huey Quillen in the 04. And then we have, Brent Fisher in the 113 and James Grace in the 269. And then we've got Blake Murray in the 79 and Chris Fisher in the 5. And then rounding out the field, we have we got Tanner Folds in the 015, Barry Sorensen in the 45, and Brett Rowles bringing up the end in the 17.
12 cars, top 7 will go through to the back or the inside row of tonight's main event. Terry, not sure why it's not working for you. Not too sure, but that is the link. If you want to right click on that and copy link address and paste it all over Facebook, you're more than welcome to. If you are watching for the first time tonight, welcome in to Ultimate Dirt TV. We're live across Facebook, YouTube, and we're live across the dirtfan.com Facebook page and also on the World of Thunder Facebook page as well. So hit the like and follow button. Feel free to hit that share button. And of course, come over to Ultimate Dirt TV, hit the like and follow button on our Facebook pages. Over 7,100 followers. And I was just telling people behind the scenes off air as well, over 144 new followers just on that previous broadcast alone. So thank you so very much for the support here on Ultimate Dirt TV. As the drivers will get the Wonder Green signal. Top 7, Jesse, who do you like for fifth spot?
Let's see, for 5th spot, I always like to see drivers moving up the field. So I'm going to pick somebody a little bit lower down. Let's see. Let's go with Chris Fisher. Chris Fisher, we'll see how he performs tonight. Let's see if he can make something out of it. So that is Fisher in the number 5. Am I on the right? Am I looking? Yeah.
Yeah, he starts position on. The only driver not to make the show or make the starting grid tonight in this field was Blake Murray. So that's going to put 11 cars on the racetrack as we are set for green flag action. The first B main of the night and of the series. We are green and Clay Debin down into turn.
We got trouble off the start.
Brent Fair in the 013 machine. I sort of caught that at the... There it is, first yellow of the night, no surprise. But, well, we are yellow already.
What a shame. Let's take a look at what happened there.
Well, I'll try and take a look here at your Wicked Cushion instant replay and see if we can catch what happened with the 013 machine of Brent Fair. It looks like he just got a little out of shape there on that initial start. This Wicked Cushion instant replay on screen at the moment. Yeah, a little sideways, hit the wall. And then I think that was Tanner Folds who got into the back of him. Nowhere to go. James Grace in the 269 machine. So not a good start for some of these drivers. Grace took a hard hit in that 269 machine. I'd be very surprised to see that car still rolling around. In fact, he's gone back to pit road. Blake Murray's actually come out of pit road, so he's going to be, he's already going to be a couple of laps down, and whether race control decide to give him those laps back or not, but I mean, you'd all think if he's missed the start, that's his problem.
Right. Yeah, I'm actually surprised that we've had as much green flag running here this afternoon as we've had. I know that our last broadcast you were starting to get a little frustrated because we couldn't keep going, but yeah, this track it's a hairy beast, especially when it starts slicking in, and you get everybody freight training that high line, trying to get all the momentum they can, and then there's just nowhere to get around people when you do get the closing speed. And that front stretch can get very, very rough. It can get bouncy in these cars, and I I mean, that's probably what happened to the 013 there. Is he gassed up right as his car hit a bump, and there was nothing he could do at that point. He just got to be smooth on that accelerator to keep the car behind you. So hopefully we'll get some green flag runs here in a couple minutes.
Yeah, we're about to go green flag racing, this time by out of turn number 4. It is Clay Devon. Now these restarts in this B main, they look to be single file restarts. Blake Brown in second, third Gavin Collins, Huey Quillen fourth, Mario Perez in fifth, Chris Fisher sixth, and Tanner Folds rounds out the top 7 that are going to look to transfer into the back of tonight's A main event for the National Series. Green flag back out onto the racetrack here at USA, and there we go, down into 1 and 2. Clay Devon to the top side. It's going to be Blake Brown to go through the middle of the racetrack. Gavin Collins works down low as well. So the top 3, we're running 3 different lines into turn number 1 and 2. Will they do the same in 3 and 4? Yeah, maybe we'll call that 3 different lines as well.
Yes, drivers getting out there trying to find the best of the track, trying to find a something to give them an edge up against the competition. There's a lot of time right now. There's a lot of laps to run still left in this event, so now's the time for the drivers to get out there and find what works for them and find what's not working for their opponents, so that they can pull something on them in the future if they so choose. Looks like the battle for first and second is shaping up pretty well in this heat. We've got Blake Brown still taking it to the 84 of Clay Devon, doing some tandem riding through 3 and 4 right now, as one of them looks like Devon is going to come out on top there with the momentum through the home stretch. We got Huey Quillen looking to pick up the pieces and maybe move up into a transfer spot as he follows around this outside line. Looks like he's going to go from midline this corner. Just looking for some momentum, maybe catch one of the guys up front running too hard if they get into a wall. He's right in the spot where he's ready to pick up the pieces and move on and get a transfer spot out of this heat race.
Yeah, we're just watching Chris Fisher in that number 5 machines. We go into 3 and 4 for the penultimate time here in B main number 1. Clay Devon continues to lead from Blake Brown, Gavin Collins, Huey Quillen, and Chris Fisher. Top 5, 6th spot, Mario Perez and Brent Fair with a bit of luck in that 7th and final transfer position. But as we make our way into turn number 3, out of turn number 4, checkered flags will start waving. Clay Devon going to the A main along with Blake Brown in 2nd, Gavin Collins 3rd, 4th Huey Quillen, Chris Fisher home in 5th, Mario Perez 6th, and Brent Fair going to get the 7th and final transfer spot. Unfortunately for Tanner Folds, Barry Sorensen, Brett Rolls, James Grace, and Blake Murray. Their nights are done. Hopefully we see those drivers back next week for round number 2. Here at the DirtFan.com Super Late Model National Series.
Thank you there for your correction, Brett. I was calling as 3 transfer spots. There were 7 transfer spots in that main.
All good. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for B main number 2. And again, we're putting 7 cars from this one into the what would be outside row of tonight's main event for 10 laps. Again, starting on pole, it's Stephen Spees on his outside. John Alatic will start position number 2. Dustin Hall will line up at a position at number 3. Davin Carball to line up at a position number 4. Position 5, it'll be Dalton Cloyden at a position number 6 in car 32. Daniel Powell. Mitch Stiles to start position number 7. Eric Scalf to line up at a position number 8. 9th is going to be William Duval and lining up at a position number 10, Robert Tucker. And Garrett Niebuhr will start position 11 with Daniel Passmore to line up at a position number 12. Jesse, again, I'm going to keep putting you on the spot every race. Who finishes 7th in this one now?
Here's our last transfer spot. Let's take a look at our competitors real quick here. I think Passmore's got it. I've been racing with him and the officials. I've seen him around. He's a fast guy. We've shared some time on track together, so I recognize the name, recognize the face, I recognize the rap. So I'm going to be pulling for him just out of familiarity.
All right. Well, I'm going to go with. I'm going to put my faith in William Duval. Got his first podium last week, I think it was. His first podium ever in the World of Thunder Super Late Model race. I'll tell you what, 10 laps on the board. I'm going to let you lead us to the green flag.
All right. As we roll down the back stretch here, lights out on the pace car. We'll be going for 10 laps around in this B main, 7 transfer spots as the 55 of Steven Spies takes the green. And here we go at, where are we? USA International in Lakeland, Florida. So Steven Spies going up high, start off the race, coming down into the back stretch as Spies, I'm sorry. Yeah, oh, big contact out of the second and third runners there. And I guess, yep, there goes the yellow. So let's take a look at what happened there. That was a couple of cars got into each other and a little bit of Doran going down the back stretch there. Yeah, so it looks like the cars involved there are the 331 of Dustin Hall. Yep, and John Altick getting together on the back stretch there, just fighting for space on track. You know, they're racing for a lot. Looks like the 331 actually got spun around there of Hall. So unfortunately, he'll probably be starting from the back. Maybe he can make something work on. We'll probably see another caution come out. Just the way that this track lends itself. Let's get back up to our live feed here. Yep, we're still under caution.
I'll tell you what, since I put you on the spot all night,
yep,
I'm going to continue to do so. If you're rolling around right now outside of the top 7, drivers are on 2 to green, so there's only going to be 6 laps left in this B main. If you're outside the top 7, what is your thought process? What's the mindset going down the back straightaway right now?
So I would be focusing on making sure that my launch on the green is clean. You know, focus on the leader, follow him, and make sure you don't get up into the guy behind you, and make sure that you have the space on the guy in front of you so that when you get that closing speed, when you have your car straighter coming out of turn 2, that you can choose where you want to put your car and you can place it in the way to make the move, to make that slider going into 3 or going into 2, going into 1. Giving yourself the tools and putting yourself in the position to have the opportunity is really the most important thing at this moment for these drivers. If they want to get into that transfer spot, they have to make good choices, they have to make good decisions, and they have to have good execution.
All right, quick fire questions. Favorite car on iRacing?
Favorite car on iRacing? Easy question. Ferrari 458. Well, it's actually the 488 on this service, but that is the car I started my sim racing career in Forza 3 on, and I've little history about me. I have done quite a bit of road racing before I discovered Oval, and it looks like, are we about ready to get back to green? Yes, we are. We are on green flag racing here at USA International in the National Super Late Model Series.
All right, back underway. 4 down, 6 to run. Davin Cardwell getting a little loose there, maybe with a bit of help from the 30 machine of Dalton Cloyd, but now that puts Daniel Powell up into second spot. And again, these drivers inside the top 7 will make it into the main event. Dalton Cloyd up on the inside on Powell. They race side by side. Davin Cardwell right in behind them. So 3 cars. Here comes Cardwell to the inside, trying to make it down low, down into turn 1 and 2. Cloyd through the middle. Powell upstairs. Cloyd's going to move up and take the line away from Daniel Powell. We go down into 3 and 4. 3 wide for second, third and fourth. And there was some contact between Cardwell and Powell. And here comes Eric Scalf and John Alatic. And they're not too far behind them is Mitch Stars in the 54. Then you go back to Robert Tucker on the inside and Garrett Niebuhr as well, coming right through the middle. So the battle is on for the final transfer spot.
Now we got a car around in the back.
Tucker in the 12 machine. Do we stay green for the moment? Yes, we do. 3 laps left to run, Jesse.
Yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about. You get those guys trying to throw it in the lower line on turn 1, and then the field stacks up, and all of a sudden it's a race no matter where you are at in the field. And we got some cars bumping into each other going around the back stretch. There's only so much dirt to drive on, and everybody wants to be in the same spot up here on the high line where it's where you get the most momentum. So these drivers trying to get their elbows out, trying to get some space on track, and trying to make some moves. And we're all here along for the ride to enjoy it. I hope everybody at home is enjoying it as much as I am.
Caldwell putting the slide job down into turn number 3 and 4 on Dalton Cloyd to move back into second position. Steven Spies down the front straight away. He's just been given the white flag. 1 lap left to run. And again, these top 7 drivers will look to put their punch their ticket into the main event. Spies down into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4, here comes Davin Caldwell on that 07 machine, really throwing it in deep into turn number 3 and 4. Right now, Steven Spies victorious. Second is going to go to Davin Caldwell. Dalton Cloyd third. Eric Scalf is going to come home fourth. Mitch Stiles fifth. John Alatik sixth. And Garrett Niebuhr to come home position number 7. Those 7 drivers will advance to the main event. And of course, we'll have a 3-minute warm-up session. Now, let's go to these comments. Chad, go easy on him. This is his first broadcast. So, yeah, the iRacing is getting popular. Those grandstands are packed. You can tell those people aren't worried about the 1.5 meter safety barrier. Social distancing, as they want to call it. What we're going to do, we're going to take a quick break and come back here in just a few moments. But before we take that quick break, we are going to be playing the American National Anthem, and of course, sung by Dustin Sizemore.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Ultimate Dirt TV's coverage of the DirtFan.com Super Late Model National Series, live right here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler joined alongside Jesse Pate. And Jesse, the National Series, 3 heat races, 2 B mains, a quick little 3-minute warm-up session for these drivers, and now we are set for a 40-lap A main event. Are you excited for this one?
I am absolutely excited. I am here for this. After that heat race that we just watched, a lot of feisty action going on. I think some of these tempers are starting to flare up. Drivers are feeling the pressure. There's a lot of talent in the field tonight. A lot of talent on this field tonight. So a lot of drivers getting out here trying to prove themselves, trying to put in some good laps. You know, this is the season opener for this series. So now is the time to get up on the board, get some points, get your name out there. Get your rap scene, all of that good stuff, and we're live now with the National Series, getting ready to go.
All right, let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for tonight 40-lap A main event here from the USA International Speedway. Starting on pole for Slick Sim Sports in car number 9, it's Tyler Ducharme. And on his outside, in car number 25, Zach McSwain. Inside row number 2, position 3, car number 15 of Ryan Flutton will start alongside car 17, Aaron Kitchen, out of position number 4. Position 5 will be the 112 of Devin Morgan. On his outside, position number 6, driving the 127 machine, it is Blake Majulis. Evan C. in car 33 will start position number 7. Dylan Hauser, car number 2, will start position number 8. Lining up out of position number 9 in driving the 09, it's Tanner Tomasi. Out of position number 10 in car number 84, Clay Devon. Lining up out of position number 11 in car 55, it's Steven Spies. To his outside, the 74, Blake Brown, starting position number 12. Position number 13, driving the 07D machine, Davin Cardwell will line up alongside the 713 of Gavin Collins, out of position number 14. Out of position number 15, driving car number 30, Dalton Cloyden. On his outside in car number 04, Huey Quillen, out of position number 16. Out of position number 17, the 26E of Eric Scaff will start alongside the number 5 of Chris Fisher, who lines up out of position at number 18. Position number 19 in car number 54, Mitch Stiles will start alongside the 71 of Mario Perez out of position number 20. Your final 3 starters in car number 60 out of position number 21, John Alatic and Brent Fair in the 013 will start position number 22 with Garrett Niebregi. In the number 19N machine will line up out of position number 23, and Jesse, 23 starters in tonight's season opener for the DirtFan.com Super Late Model National Series. I'm going to ask you who gets the job done here tonight after 40 laps.
Well, you know, I'm gonna have to go with the easy choice here and say I think Blake's got something in his back pocket. I think Majeski, we're gonna see something else from him. He kind of got that Heat 1 stolen from him a little bit. He got caught sleeping, and I think he's been sitting at his rig waiting for this feature to start. So we're gonna keep an eye on him. He's got something in his pocket.
Well, some other drivers to keep an eye on as well. Row 4 is set for fireworks. Evan C., Dylan Hauser. Both a lot of history with each other. Both a lot of bad blood between the pair. But these drivers, both of those guys, they're just like everyone else. They want to get out there. They want to win. They know they're super fast. They've just got to put 40 laps together. So we'll keep an eye on those guys from the 4th row. Also keep an eye on the guy that starts 3rd in this one, the 15 machine. I reckon he's a real sleeper, a real big shot at picking up the main event win here tonight in car number 15. Ryan Flatten, as the drivers make their way into turn number 3, and they are already into the greatest sight in all of motorsports. Ladies and gentlemen, the DirtFan.com Super Late Model National Series. These drivers, they are 4 wide here at the USA International Speedway.
Gosh, what a sight to see. I am so honored to get to see this in engine with you guys. This is just a beauty. I love the way these cars look in this engine. I love the way these cars look in real life. And man, that's just about the only thing that can come close as a real life experience to this. This is the best we've got right now, and I'm so excited for this event.
You can just see these 23, in fact, make that 22 drivers. The way they are just lined up in perfect rows of 4x4 all the way up until the back row, which only happens to have 2 drivers. But again, 22 drivers on this racetrack, and these are the best 22 drivers here tonight at USA for the season opener. There's still a lot of good cars, about at least 8 or 9 drivers that really could have made the show and really throw their name into the mix. But again, to pick up the win here tonight is going to be something special. I tell you what, I'm looking forward to the next 8-9 weeks here on Ultimate Dirt TV on a Sunday night for this DirtFan.com Super Late Model National Series. Again, these are the best in the business. There's a reason why they keep coming back, but tell you what, this is a very difficult track to start at.
Absolutely. That front, both honestly, straights tend to get very, very bumpy as the track starts slicking in and all of that tacky goes away. I mean, looking at the track now, we already have a pretty slick track state going on from all of those heat races. So it's going to be pretty bare by the time we get to the end of it. And these guys are going to be fighting like crazy, sawing at the wheel, trying to keep these things behind them. So it'll be a good event for sure. For sure, we're going to see some racing happen tonight.
All right, the driver's getting the 2 to go signal from Race Control. Again, just like you've seen in the Pro Late Model Series. Well, we only seen 35, but we've added an extra 10 laps for these super late models, these invited drivers, and top 15 in points from the mini shootout series over the past couple of weeks on Ultimate Dirt TV. We've seen some good racing during those series. We've seen some glitches, and we invited the top 15 in the points. We've also invited, I believe it was the top 2 from the feeder series, the B series, that was streamed earlier on tonight. Steve McMillan was on that call, and Jess, I'm sure you watched that B series as well.
Oh yes, I was present for that. I was actually in engine watching it from my rig here at home as well. Yeah, a lot of good stuff happening tonight. Really can't wait to see how this feature shapes up. These guys seem really competitive. They seem like they've got the right idea. A lot of clean moves going on, a couple of dirty moves going on, but that keeps it interesting. So yeah, let's buckle in. Let's get ready for a great spectacle here as we get ready to get on the loud pedal.
All right, strap yourselves in. We're about to feel the G's as we get set. Tonight's main event, 40 laps on the board. The DirtFan.com Super Late Model National Series presented by World of Thunder. Let's get naughty for 40. We're about to go green, and Tyler Ducharme going to lead us off at turn number 4. And he will lead the field down into turn number 1 and 2 for the first of 40 circuits around USA. It's a lot of driving, top, bottom, all this field trying to make their way through 1 and 2 cleanly. We look to get that done. Yes, we do. Ryan Flatten coming after Zach McSwain. McSwain around, and McSwain is going to get turned by the 15 of Ryan Flatten.
And there it is, the dice already rolling. Every single time we take green at this track, it's just going to be a roll. These drivers, it's going to take skill, it's going to take speed, it's going to take being smooth on that throttle and on that accelerator, but most of all, it's going to take some luck to get through this event tonight. USA International, brutal track. Those walls super close. Not a lot of room to work with, very finite amount of track, and everybody wants to be in the same spot, which is up front. So we're going to see a lot of contact through this event, I think, and those drivers that get a little bit lucky and find a space through, find a gap, get just caught at the right place at the right time, those are the ones I think we're going to be seeing be successful tonight.
All right, so the first yellow of tonight, and so far we're not seeing Flatten get an EOL. Again, let's go back and take a look at that Wicked Cushion instant replay. We'll bring that up on screen right now. Let me just get back to the right camera angle. There we go. So your Wicked Cushion instant replay. We went into turns 3 and 4, and well, that might have even been a bit of netcode. Let's jump on board thanks to Black Diamond Motorsports, the Black Diamond Motorsports onboard camera. No, that was definite contact there between Flatten and McSwain, as now the field is going to get the 1 to go signal, and well, safe to say, Race Control not penalising anybody on that exchange of Ryan Flatten, and we all know that I'm not one to shy away from calling what I see, and personally I thought he should have gone to the end of the line, but Race Control, they obviously see it different.
Well, as you know, penalties in this series are handed out post-race, so if Steven has something to say about it, I'm sure he'll make himself known. But interesting note...
Probably forgot about that one.
Yeah, looks like Blake Majulis already up into P4, really quick to put himself up in the front part of the field on the sharp part of the grid today. We got lights out on the pace car, and here we go. 9 is going to take us into the green as we take green for the second time here at USA International for the feature race for the National Super Series, and Blake Majulis throwing it down on the inside, trying to get up under the number 112. Yes, thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah, look, You could give me a number and I could give you their names all day, every day. As Devin Morgan up on the inside there. I'll flatten on the exit of turn number 4. Will he make the move into 1 and 2? A lot of these drivers continuing to work low. Majulis, the first car inside the probably top 10 that is trying to make that top side work, is sort of catching a glimpse of Aaron Kitchen as well. On screen is Hauser and Evans C again. Remember, those drivers come from the 4th row, and well, these two drivers have had a lot of history between these two drivers in super late models, in UMPs, anything that they race. They always find themselves around one another, and this is why they are probably two of the best guys on the service. And well, definitely we'll put them inside the top 10 at least. Devin Morgan, he's upstairs into turn number 3 and 4. Blake Majulis down low, as Majulis will pull up alongside the 112 machine of Morgan down into 1 and 2. There you go. Majulis flatten moves up the lane now and opens up the bottom side of the racetrack for Blake Majulis to try and stick his nose and try and stick that 127 Swindell Speedlab machine, looking for second.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here watching the 112 get shuffled backwards here on this green flag run. It looks like there's a little bit more speed towards the bottom of the racetrack right now. A lot of drivers throwing it in very, very shallow on turn 1 and catching that bump on the inside line. The number 9, yeah, Duchal here is pulling away from the pack, getting quite a good gap there on Majulis in the 2nd spot. And we've got, let's see which car we're on here. Flatten's kind of cycled himself backwards a little bit into P5, I believe. Maybe P6 at the end of this straight he's on right now. But yeah, definitely got some racing going on back here. It looks like the entire field on the first half is just sticking on that low line, trying to keep from letting people get up under them. That's the safest place to run, if not the fastest. And Flatten still says, I think I'm going to get up under there and try something anyway, coming out of turn 2. Let's see where... Yeah, everybody's just running in order. People are starting to get into the groove, feeling out their cars. They're still feeling it out. I'm just waiting for somebody to make a move here. Number 33, looking on the inside of Dylan Hauser. That is the number 33 Edison CA. CA? Yeah. C. I'll just pretend it's the 3rd letter in the alphabet. How about that?
Yeah, that'll... Oh, C! And there it is!
Around we go.
C, contact with Hauser. Hauser upside down, back on all fours. Yellow is out.
That is a prime example of commentator's curse right there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I did say early on, Hauser and C, they've had their issues before. And Hauser, tell you what, I'll give it to him. Hats off to him. From what I can see, he's staying really calm at the moment. So seen him be a bit of a hothead in previous times. So nice to see that 2 machine, I'm no doubt he's probably going off either in Discord or going off in chat against him. But again, I don't think the contact was intentional. But
that fuse is very short. Is what you're saying.
Look, he's got a fuse the same as mine. It's very short, right. and if that happens to me, I'm the first person. I'll tell everyone I'm the first person to pipe up about it. Hauser pulling back that number 2 machine into pit road. What spot is Brown in? He is up to position number 7, the number 74 machine, and he started in 12th, so he's picked up 5 positions.
Wow, I'm watching right now. I'm wondering if the 07 even knows what the front of his car looks like. Car's missing a little bit of paneling on my screen.
Who are you looking at? The 7? The 07? Yeah, Davin Cardwell. Yeah.
Yeah, he got into somebody.
Yeah, I think he might have had nowhere to go with Hauser and the Hauser and C contact. So that's gonna hurt that car power wise, especially on these straights.
Yeah, what kind of aero effect does this engine have on the damage models on these cars? Can you tell me a little bit about that while we pace around here for the last time?
Well, I don't really run super late models all that often, but I tell you what, I've certainly watched my fair share of racing it, especially on these longer tracks when you really gain your speed and momentum down these straightaways. That's where when you come to the turns, you're at top speed. I think it's certainly going to hurt that car when it comes to losing a bit of horsepower. But as far as getting through the turns, it should be a-okay. But again, if he can just keep his momentum up on the top side and not break that momentum from that '07 machine, I think you might have a good chance at sort of staying inside of the top 10. We go back to green flag. We've got.
And if I'm sitting behind that 7 car right now, I'm scared. I'm looking at the number 30 right now, getting backed up by that damaged car, and yeah, everybody's going on the low line. He's going to take it high, and we've got some contact coming out of turn 2. A little bit farther back in the field, who we got?
Cloyd, Devon, Gavin Collins. They're around on the back straightaway, and if anything, this is actually going to help Davin Cardwell because these yellows keep coming out, and it's basically taking away 3 to 4 laps each yellow. So.
Absolutely. Well, that's the name of the game in this type of racing, in this discipline, is putting yourself in the position and then holding on to that position, and not giving an inch, holding on to every single one of these restarts. Ducharme is going to have to start this field probably a handful of times before he gets to the checkered, and he's got some really talented, really fast drivers on his rear view that he's going to have to manage over and over and over again. Every single time we go back to start, and then one of those incidents comes out, then he's going to find himself right back in the same situation where he is defending again against this 3-time World of Outlaws champion pulled up right behind him in his rear view.
Yeah, Blake Majulis in the 127, a multiple winner here in the World of Thunder Super Late Model season. He's picked up, I think, 3, maybe 4 Super Late Model titles. He's picked up 2 or 3 UMP modified season championships as well. Let's go through the comments. What do I think of Brent Fair so far? Look, I've always rated Brent Fair as a driver. We'll give him a bit of airtime right now in that Team Outlaw Motorsports 013 machine. He rides in 16th position, and just to be inside this A main alone is certainly a feat in itself. But again, you want to be up near the front of the field. We're going to single file restarts, and we're going to be halfway home on this next lap as we go back to green this time by Jesse, and 20 down, 20 to go.
Absolutely, yeah. We're at the halfway mark now. Drivers starting to feel the pressure, starting to feel like they need to make their moves or it's not going to happen. These drivers get in here and they think to themselves, man, I got 40 laps. I got 40 laps to sit in, find my groove, get in a rhythm. And that's just not the case. That is not the case in this race. There are so many cautions that are going to fly. This is a tight quarters track. And really, if you add it all up, we might be under green for 10, 12, 15 laps. That's just the nature of these events. And that's what you got to work with as we come to green here. Number 9 of Ducharme going to take us into the green for the 3rd time around here, USA International. Take it away, bro.
Yeah, Evan C going to the top shelf into turn number 1 and 2. We'll see what Evan C can do. Remember, he come from that 4th row with Dylan Hauser. Right now, Majulis runs low through turn number 3 and 4. And doesn't he drive front? Okay. Thank you. I just seen the Outlaw on there anyway, so I figured as much. Ducharme, Majulis, C, Devin Morgan. Back up to 4th. Ryan Flatten rounds out the top 5.
Yeah, Morgan here in a really great position to put himself on the podium here. If he can get past the 33 and then maybe get some good yellows coming out in his favor, we might see him in the interview room here in a couple of minutes. Yep, making his moves down here on the low line, trying to get up under the 33. Looks like he's not going to be able to get it done out of turn 2, but he's going to stay on him. Take the high line here, looking for his momentum, trying to get some closing speed down the front stretch. Yep.
All right, C and Morgan side by side through turn number 1 and 2. This is the battle for the final podium spot. And those 2 cars just in front of these drivers right now is C. Oh, Not sure whether he backed it up or not, or whether he had contact with Blake Majulis, but he kept it going, kept it pointed in the right direction, as we've got 16 laps left to run in this main event.
I think C was just trying to take a wider entry line through there and carry a little bit more momentum, and you know, Blake is up there, you know, doing his own thing. He doesn't have his eyes in the rear view. I wager. So I think C did a great job of just keeping it out of him and you know, driving on to fight another day.
All right, on board right now with this driver in second spot, looking out the back of the battle on for third and fourth. We're right on board with Blake Majulis. Behind him, you can see car inside and outside, 33 of Evan C. and Devin Morgan in that 112 machine. Majulis rides the top side through turn number 3 and 4, and the C was peeking to the inside in the middle of turn number 3 and 4. We'll go back to our normal camera angle right now. As tell you what, Tyler Ducharme, he has been on an absolute rocket ship in the last couple of months, and he's just been super quick in everything that he puts his backside into. Now C to the inside, looks for second, has it at the center of turn number 3 and 4. As they come out of turn number 4, Majulis takes it back at the start-finish line.
Yeah, Majulis really trying to make this wide line work for him. He's looking for his momentum. It looks like he's going to be able to pull something on C here, and yeah, he's going to keep it up there in that top spot, that second spot. But C really trying to make that low line work for him. I think as we come to the close of this feature race, it's going to shape up. That battle for that second spot is looking really hot right now.
Yeah, the top 3 right now, you can see on screen Tyler Ducharme continuing to lead the way. Evan C down on the low side, battling with Blake Majulis, and both these drivers, second and third, Majulis and C, they picked up wins in the World of Outlaws, Morton's Late Model World Championships on the iRacing.com service, while Majulis picked up the championship. I'm pretty sure C was able to get a win either, I think it might have been at USA or Knoxville. But to tell you what, Tyler Ducharme, he has got a virtual mirror full of the number 33 machine, Evan C, down into turn number 3 and 4. And don't look now, because Majulis is starting to get a run back on the top side of the racetrack. Majulis back into second, and there's a car length separating our top 3, 2 car lengths separating our top 4. And Blake Brown has made his way up to position number 5, and with these 4 drivers battling it out how close they are, this is going to bring in the 5th car into Blake Brown into the mix.
Yeah, this is exactly what we need here on Ultimate Dirt TV, is this quality of racing. It doesn't get better than this. This is a 4-way battle for the lead that we are watching right now. Only 3 of these guys are going to walk away on the podium. Only 1 of them are going to walk away as a winner. It could be any one of these 4 or that 74 following up at P5. We're gonna have to watch this play out. We are coming around to take the flag for lap 38 out of 45, so that would be 40 laps total plus the 5 we did at the top.
These guys are high in the chat. Howard and Wenzel agreeing with each other, saying the USA is the best track. You guys are nuts right now. Four car battling for the top spot. I must admit, this is some pretty good racing at the moment here in the Super Late Models, the DirtFan.com National Series. Majulis has the lead by a front bumper going down into turn number 1 and 2. And that top side is starting to work back into the mix right now. Majulis will have the number 1 spot. Devin Morgan, he gets into second spot. 3 wide down into turn number 3 and 4 for the race lead. Nearly 4 wide. Evan C coming back after it. 6 laps left to run.
Wow, I am just wide-eyed right now with these guys running. This is the hardest racing I have ever seen on this service in this discipline. My gosh, what an honor to be involved in this race. This is something else. And we've got C off in turn 3. He clipped the wall on entry, so that'll leave us with the 4 drivers up here. Oh, nope, C was able to recover it up and collect it up, and he's right back in the top 5 fight.
Yeah, now it's just a 3-car battle for the top spot, although Blake Brown, Evan C continues to go side by side for 4th and 5th. We've got 4 to go this time by out of turn number 4. Devin Morgan hits the inside wall. He checks up, and that checked up. Tyler Ducharme with the 9 machine. A bit of breathing space, a bit of breathing room and space now for the 127 machine. Blake Majulis Slider line through 1 and 2. Morgan hits the wall in the middle of 1 and 2. And that brings back Tyler Ducharme into the mix. And Brown and C just a couple of car lengths away. They run side by side. It's almost like we're watching the Delaware double file right now race as they come out of turn number 4, 3 to run.
Absolutely. Ducharme really did a great run towards the top of this race and held it up front for a long time. And I think you're right. The track really did him in there. And as the track slicks in and slicks in and slicks in, that top line is going to be the place to be fast. And Ducharme was running that low line for so long that he got comfortable down there. And then all of a sudden, that freight train on his right side started coming through.
Morgan shutting the door on Tyler Ducharme into 1 and 2. Oh, Morgan into the wall. Ducharme through the middle. Blake Brown now looking for second. They made contact. It was Ducharme and Brown. And here comes Evan C once again into turn number 3 and 4. Morgan coming back after him. The white flag is out. Blake Majulis looking to go to victory lane here in the season opener of the DirtFan.com Super Late Model Series C. Contact with Ducharme, 3-4 wide. Devin Morgan from 5th to 2nd there on the final lap. Holy cow, in 1 and 2. They go 3 wide into turn 3 and 4. Blake Majulis victorious. Devin Morgan 2nd. 3rd, Blake Brown. I think it was Brown or Ducharme. Blake Brown will eventually get 3rd, Evan C 4th, and Tyler Ducharme will round out your top 5. Holy batfish. Garrett Niebuhr from 23rd, I think he started, yes, up to position number 6. Flatten will get 7th, McSwain home in 8th, Dalton Cloyd 9th, and 10th goes to Chris Fisher. John Alatic 11th, Eric Scalf, Huey Quillen, Gavin Collins, Brent Fair, Mario Perez, Aaron Kitchen, Stephen Spees, Mitch Stiles, Clay Devon, your top 20, Davin Cardwell, Dylan Hauser, and Tanner Tomasi didn't grid. Whew, what a race that was. How about those last 15 laps, Jesse? That was unbelievable.
Wow, that was a spectacle. That was a spectacle for sure. I hope everybody out there enjoyed that race. That was something to watch. Wow. I mean, that is why I love this discipline on this service. You really don't find racing like that anywhere else. That was something else. I'm so glad that I got to enjoy that with you guys. I'm so glad that I was here for that. That was, wow. I don't know what to say. That was a pleasure.
Well, we're going to go straight down to victory lane and chat to the driver that comes home first place tonight. And, well, he had to bide his time, but biding his time, he did that. And he comes away with the DirtFan.com Super Late Model National Series season opener win here tonight. Driving for Swindell Speed Lab, Blake Majulis. Blake, congratulations on this victory. You had to be very patient for that drive, but you come away victorious there in the end.
Yeah, I'm surprised. You know, this is one of my worst tracks. I don't even remember the last time I finished a race here. So I'm pretty excited. I found something on setup that, you know, that's always a good feeling. This is by far my worst track. Like I said, I can't remember the last time I finished a race here. So you know, to come out here with a win, it feels pretty good. The track was really racy too. Usually it gets one lane around the bottom, but obviously we saw different tonight, so that's always a good thing.
Track got very slick towards the end, and it allowed you guys to run the top, the slider line, the middle. The bottom was there for quite a number of laps throughout that entire 40-lap main event. What do you think the key was to finding victory lane here tonight was?
Definitely finding the cushion in 3 and 4. I don't know. I've never seen the top come in like that. And you know, I saw Devin run a couple laps and he was okay. And then I ran at one lap and got a huge run and you know, found the top in 1 and 2 and I ended up working out you know, right about halfway till the end. So I definitely think if I wouldn't have found the top in 3 and 4, it might have been a different story there. But
So, Blake, let me ask you, Jesse here, what goes through your mind when you start realizing that top line's coming in and you're starting to gain on Ducharme? Yeah. When you started gaining that gap and that closing speed, what was going through your mind at that moment?
I wanted to square up a pass. You know, I figured my best bet would be in 3 and 4 somehow. 1 and 2 is just tricky to get around. And I saw I was getting a run, and I figured the guys behind me would start running it too, so I knew I couldn't mess up. You mess up here, you'll be like I did in the heat race. You'll be booted back to the back. So
Absolutely.
just kind of wanted to run it smooth and not mess up, and I was fortunate enough to do that. So
All right. Well, Bravi, great performance.
I appreciate it.
Well, Blake, before we do let you go, of course, sponsor shout-outs, all that good stuff, buddy. Who makes it happen for you?
Yeah, of course. My whole team, Swindoll Speed Lab, all my teammates, Bell Helmets, Wiser Organics, Sim Seats, and everybody over at Sim Seats. They've done a lot for me. K1 Speed, Design 75, Jeremy Ray for the new looking car. Looks great. You guys for broadcasting, of course. Everybody that watch. My girlfriend Tia, she's been helping with setup a lot, so I thank her. And yeah, thank you guys for broadcasting. I appreciate it.
All right, there we go. Blake Majulis there from Victory Lane. Jesse, I believe you caught up with our second place runner here tonight in the 112. It's Devin Morgan.
Hey, Devin, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, that we just saw a great performance from the guys out there. That run to the line, those last what did we say for like 12, 15 laps or so? What a spectacle to watch. A lot of really good running with those top four guys. What do you think about that?
Oh yeah, that was a great race there. I think Majoris was holding me up a little bit, and I think I had something for him. I just made too many mistakes there at the end, but Majoris was holding me up on the top, and then Ducharme was holding Evan up on the bottom, and we couldn't really go anywhere there. And after it settled in, I came to second. I just made mistakes and got everyone bunched back up, and yeah, they made contact the last lap, and I was able to sneak by and get second.
Very well, very well. Anything stick out to you on that race? Any events that you want to speak about? Any experiences you would have done differently, or something you're really proud of?
Oh yeah, I definitely would have tried to keep it out of the wall a lot better. I think trying to work around people, that was really hard. The track was really racy, but it was really hard to pass somebody just because they could come up and pinch you up against the wall, and you had no drive down the straightaway with the group. But it just being slick and right where you run against the wall. But just mistakes. If I could go back, just try to get rid of all the mistakes that I made in there.
Sure. Well, it's a game of mistakes, and mistakes breed mistakes. So you gotta squish that first one out quick. Any shout outs, and can we hear about your sponsorships before we let you go off the stream?
Yeah, I gotta thank my mom, my dad, BKP Art, MPM Marketing, Wiley X Sunglasses. I gotta thank Dreamer Racing Series, Splash and Go Graphics, Team VLR for everything they do.
All right. Thank you, Devin, and congratulations on the podium.
Thank you.
All right, Devin Morgan, second place here tonight at USA. We'll chat to the driver that comes home in third position tonight, driving Canova 74. Again, driving up 9 positions. Blake Brown in position number 3. Blake, congratulations on this third place run. Boy, it was a heck of a finish, but a heck of a race from the get-go. Talk about your race and how you're able to get up to third.
Just being patient at the start, just knowing that a lot of guys kind of drive in there pretty hard was the main thing, just to avoid the wrecks.
Talk about you would have seen Ducharme, C, Morgan, Majulis all battling it out. Once you were catching those guys, what was going to be the game plan to get around those guys? Because it was very tough to pass on this racetrack, but it was very wide. So we've seen Majulis make the pass for the race lead on the top side. What was going to be your game plan once you caught those guys? Because you were catching them fairly quickly.
Once I was in Discord with Evan and Devin, and once they started doing the slider, I was hoping they all would, because I was pretty fast. I was real fast on the bottom, and I was hoping just to sneak by them, and then they all started going up. So then I just kind of snuck around them as they was battling it out.
Well, a crazy finish we can see here on the screen. You guys at 4 wide there at one stage through turn number 1 and 2. What goes through your mind, when you hear your spotter say you're in the middle, 3 wide or 4 wide, especially on a track like USA?
I'm just looking to have enough room to move. Usually if you're in the middle, you're just kind of a sitting duck because usually the guy on the bottom comes up into you. But it was pretty fun. I didn't know what was going on. I felt it was getting hit, and then I was like, "Oh, there goes the night." But looks like I saved it somehow.
Well, you started 12th, you moved up 9 positions, come away with the 3rd place run here in the season opener of the DirtFan.com Super Late Model National Series. We'll let you get out of here and celebrate, but before we let you go, of course, sponsor shout-outs, all that good stuff, buddy. Who makes it happen for you?
Team VLR, them guys do a lot of iRacing iFlag, and then Evan, he makes a pretty fast set. So, and FTP, Dirty Grass Soul, that's about it, man. You guys for putting the show on.
All right, Blake Brown there, home in 3rd place. We'll chat to our hard charger tonight. He drives all the way from position number 19 up to position 23, up to position 6. He passes a crap ton of cars on his way to this spot. 17 cars you pass. Garrett, well done on the 6th place run. You officially tonight's hard charger. How was that one?
Oh, that was fun. It seemed like the top and the bottom was fast there. Fast cars, both lines. It was pretty good. I don't think I hit anything either.
Starting position 23 in a field like this, where was Garrett going to be happy with after a 40-lap main event?
I'd have been extremely happy with, anything in the 10 to 15 range, I'm kind of a field filler myself. But once it gets slick, I do a little better, so.
Good deal. Did you have a personal goal that you entered the event with?
Almost always I just try to get top 10s.
Fair.
Well, fair play. You drive from 23rd up to position number 6, Garrett. We'll let you get out of here and we'll let you thank some people as well.
Yeah, I got to thank Team VLR, obviously, and iRacing iFlag. Jeff Brown over there does a lot. I got to thank Blake Brown, Howard Weaver, Daniel Powell, and Devin Morgan too, I guess, and the old faithful Howard. Oh yeah.
Yep, go on.
Oh yeah, and Evan C. I wouldn't even have made the race without him. Can't forget Evan.
All right, well done, Garrett Niebuhr there. Starting from 23rd up to 6. Well, Jesse, that one went a lot better than what we had in the Pro Late Models, but we've still got one to come, the 410 winged sprint cars here at USA.
Right. That's why we do multiple events here tonight, because you never know what's going to happen. And, how are we supposed to know that the first race was just the preamble? How are we supposed to know that we've got one of the best races that's ever run on iRacing right here in front of us? So that's why you have to tune in live. That's why you got to tune in every time, because you never know what's going to happen here on this Ultimate Dirt TV stream. This is one of the funnest services out there for racing, and this is one of the best disciplines to be in on it, I believe. So it's been a blast. I'm so glad that I got to share that with you guys, because that race was something else.
Well, it seems like you're picking up things really quickly here. You said funnest. Now we're going to go to Steve McMillan, our word king word man. We're going to go with Steve. Is that even a word? Funnest?
Yes, funnest is always a word.
Is that in the Stephen McMillan dictionary?
Yep,
as long as it's pursuant to the stream.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
He went to the school of Steve McMillan. That's what happened at broadcast.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh dear God. Dear God, help us all, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, I got one of them college degrees now. I have graduated. I am thousands of dollars in debt. So I get to make
Steve, how much are you charging him for the scholarship?
Quite a bit. I had to make it.
Jeez, no wonder you can pay me every week. We're going to wrap it up here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Big thanks to everybody that made all this possible. Of course, big thanks to DirtFan.com. Big thanks to World of Thunder Racing League, Wicked Cushion, Wicked Energy Gum. Until next time, we are looking at probably about 30 to 35 minutes time. It'll be the 410 winged sprint cars right here from the USA International Speedway. On behalf of everyone here at Ultimate Dirt TV and on behalf of your broadcast team tonight, on behalf of Jesse Pate, Steve McMillan joined us here late, and myself, Brett Wheeler, we say farewell and good night. We'll see you back shortly.